Well, hello there, Apple Bites. Wow, that took a little longer than usual. Well, hello there, Apple Bites. Welcome there. This is Written with Ralph here talking to you from Apple Bites. And today we have a plethora of people here to discuss beautiful Kickstarters and what they're working on and some kind of game of tunes.
We almost have the Brady Bunch thing going on here. We just need
almost have it, yeah. Almost.
I could log into 2 other accounts if needed.
Yes.
Oh my God. It is great to have all you guys here. Of course, let's start off with you, Russ. Tell them who you are, and I'll put up the game of tunes behind you.
I'm Russ. I'm Game of Tunes. I basically do illustrations, pins, magnets, all that fun stuff. And right now I've got loop battles going on my Instagram. So this is going to determine my first run of a new style of magnet that I'm doing. So yeah, if you head over there, you can vote. And the top 4 winners are going to be made into magnets. So.
Oh, top 4, you
Top
say?
4, nice.
Top 4,
Dude,
Excellent.
that's excellent. That means that we get a chance to actually win something.
That means Denji might win.
Exactly.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
I mean,
my
this
God.
one's pretty decided. Deadpool is leading by quite a large margin.
Oh, that's a big surprise.
Let's see. I can show it off here. Let's see.
He's at 100%.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
It won't let me show you on the computer. It will not let me show you. So
No, the computer is just terrible for certain things.
as
Right
you can
now,
see here.
we got Deadpool at 75.
Okay,
Ooh.
that is a huge lead. So far, who's won, Russ?
I
I remember.
know Jack Skellington just won by like a
Yep.
landslide.
There he goes, right there, Jack Skellington.
Yeah, we got Iron Giant, Darkwing, Skeletor,
Yes.
Optimus Prime, and the Mask.
I love your designs, dude.
They're so cute.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
You know, the pins are cute enough. I can't wait to see what the magnets look like. I know you put 2 of them up. I think I got them here too. Hold on, I'll get to them.
Oh no, like I was just gonna say, like the new style of magnets they're really nice. I'm very excited to get more of them made.
I can
So-
tell you did a whole loop battle for it.
Yeah.
So the conversation that we've been talking, at least within the Ben Apple group, when will there be an anime side tournament for Blue Battles?
Ooh.
All anime.
Yes.
Um,
We will commission.
I'm good. I'll say right now that I will probably need a little bit of help coming up with some of the contestants.
Oh, I know Nat will help you out.
We have you covered. We have lists here.
Okay, all right. I mean, oh, there they are.
I'm pretty sure Nat can give you like 100 characters off the top
Oh,
of his head.
definitely.
Oh,
At least.
here's the wonderful thing. Tony gave us a list last time because we suggested this last time.
Oh,
So Tony's list still hasn't changed that much. Shen has a list as well.
okay.
Jordan gave us a couple of characters, so we're pretty set.
Okay, so yeah, we'll have to discuss. I'm open to it.
Let's go.
So right here, you're looking at the prototypes. These are the magnets right here, the cutest of buttons.
No.
And of course, Spidey has big eyes, so that's why
Oh.
Tony's so happy. Roaming Tony loves the big eyes on Spidey.
Oh yeah.
It's adorable.
It is. They're for some reason they're cuter than the pins. Why?
I don't know.
Okay, so I thought you might know.
Because they're puffed out.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's because
Oh,
the,
yeah,
the
right.
color pops more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is too cool.
No, it's good. Yeah,
So wait, did we pick a winner yet, guys? Who we think is gonna win? Now we know 4 of them are gonna win. We can all we'll probably actually win this time.
I just want Skeletor to make top 4.
Yeah, and Matta was really happy when Skeletor won his fight.
Yeah. I think he's got.
So proud of my guy.
He's got to make it through one more round.
And Nat, I guess you're looking for our Chainsaw Man to win.
Yep, still put him down.
I forgot who Tony wanted. I think he changed his up, right?
I'm double checking.
Because I could swear he changed who he was, because he wanted Chainsaw Man to win too, but then he changed it.
No, not for this one.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like before he wanted him to win, and then in this one he decided to change it.
I'm up toward near where we were talking about it. Let's see.
He's going through our messages, folks. That's
yep,
what he's doing
pretty
right
much. I go through the Carfax. Don't worry, everyone. These are legitimate purchases. In the meantime, what do you guys think will win?
Oh yeah, you guys have seen what we have here. Let me go through them again so you guys can take a look. But wait, the next one over here, the next image, is exactly that. Hold on. You can see who's fighting. There you go.
Oh
if you guys
man!
need me to make this bigger, I'll make it bigger. So you guys can all decide who you think is going to win. Go ahead. We'll start with you, Tony.
I'm pulling for Marvin the Martian, but I don't know.
He's already been beaten, though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess there goes that. Darkwing Duck. That'll be my next choice.
Darkwing won against. Yeah, so he won.
Yeah.
Okay.
He won.
Yeah, I'm a Darkwing guy.
He's really cute. I got the pin, and the pin is cute.
He's one of the cutest ones, actually.
What about you, Dave? What do you think is going to win?
What I think is going to win? Don't you already know the winners? Most of the stuff.
Not yet. We know the winners on the left side. I guess left side.
Yeah.
The left side and the top two on the right.
There's still a second round for each of them. So
right.
Oh well, I mean, I guess Deadpool will win, but I mean that's the easy. That's the easy. Just like this will win. But I do like Hellboy more. How about that?
Well, if you can help him win, because all you have to do is go to the stories and vote, and that'll help you out.
All right. Well, then I'll go there and throw my.
And then you get your people to do it. I do this all the time. You can tell.
I'll tip it over.
These elections are totally not rigged.
Summer Mystic, who do you think is going to win?
Oh man, I mean, my heart's going for Skeletor just because my partner got me into the show, and his laugh is hysterical in the original. But in terms of who do I think a lot of people will vote for, I mean, Chainsaw Man is probably going to be the winner. That's what I'm guessing.
I have to admit, when Russ did the Bloop battles for the pins, Chainsaw Man versus Iron Giant was one of the biggest fights he's had.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, those Iron Giant people came out of nowhere.
they couldn't stand that an anime character was about to win. It was rigged, I tell you. Two votes separated. They saw their votes in the recount. I demand a justification for Denji.
Oh, goodness.
Well, look, Blake thinks...
there's Blake. Yeah.
Blake agrees with you. He's like, Chainsaw Man, everyone wins. Oh, man. So, folks, go check out Russ and Game of Tunes. We are having a blast right now with his Bloop battles. It's always a lot of fun, and just the fight alone is just so interesting to see who votes for what and what happens. So do yourself a favor. Go check it out. Remember, in the stories, you get to vote. Right now, it's Deadpool versus our red friend over here. Well, Ralph, they're both red. You know who I'm talking about.
The redder one.
The devilly one.
Are we not allowed to say Hellboy?
No, we can say Hellboy.
Ralph just doesn't want to acknowledge his existence.
Oh,
Aw.
Yeah, my Hellboy is the original one, the big guy. He did a great job. I don't know about this new guy.
Mm,
Have you seen the new movie, guys?
no.
Nope.
The last one with David Arbor. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I like both of them. I like Ron Perlman, and I like the new one. I actually like the creatures in the new one better than the original Del Toro movies. I feel like, with the giants and the what's the female, she's like a witch, or the heck was her name? You know what I'm talking about, when he encounters her
Yeah, I
in
know who
like
you're
the
talking
dining
about,
room.
but I'm not grasping
Yeah.
for names here.
Yeah,
Is it
whatever.
like Baba Yaga or something like that? Is that
Baba Yaga, that's
It
it.
is.
There you
Okay.
Yeah. I love the Baba Yaga in that. She was great. It was really cool.
Baba Yaga. All right, Mermystic, you are up. Tell the people who you are and all the good stuff.
All right. Well, I am Sana. I am the owner of Mermystic Arts on Etsy, and I mainly specialize in painting and rooting hair for 1/6 scale figures. I also sell clothes and costumes and do digital art to sell on the side as well. I've been doing the heads for about 2 or 3 years now, and I get random messages from people asking to make certain characters. And I just try very hard to be unique and be like, hey, listen, what character has not existed for 1/6? So I do my research and I try to put it together as best as I could and use my imagination. And, that's my thing.
Dude, I gotta say, we saw you at New York Comic Con. No, Anime NYC.
Yep. Anime NYC.
Anime NYC, and you had them all in your book bag with the nice see through, and I was like, damn, that was a good way to show them off.
Yep, I love to be very unique and stand out in some way. and unfortunately, I wasn't able to cosplay then. I haven't really had too much time, but I used to be super into cosplay where I would go all out and choose a very complicated character and make their costumes and everything. But now this is my thing on the side as well.
Well, it makes sense though, because it's like doing it on a smaller scale, right?
Yeah, which is actually 10 times harder.
I thought so. Absolutely. I was going to say, isn't it harder to do it smaller?
It is, but luckily, I went to school for costume design and I've developed the skill how to transport those patterns into a smaller scale. And as you saw, I made the Red Dress Aerith 1/6 figure, and that was one of the costumes that it was very difficult to make, but it turned out absolutely beautiful in the end, and that's one of my most proudest pieces.
Wow.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And as a Final Fantasy fan, I'm like,
yeah, I'm a little too obsessed with Final Fantasy. It's like my baby.
There is nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. Oh my God, this looks fantastic. I love the eyes.
Thank you. It definitely takes a lot of time and work to make these things, and but there's always love, and I do my best to be as accurate as possible. Look at lots of reference pictures, and I contact my buyers and inform them, oh, hey, I've received the materials, and I send them pictures just to make sure that they like it, because when you do it all by hand, it's all going to come out slightly different compared to the other.
But that's a good thing though, because that means that each piece is a collector's item.
Yeah, because you know what, I look at myself as like, hey, I'm a very intense 1/6 figure collector, so I know exactly what I want, and I'm like a perfectionist, so I try to give people that want their character to exist as a 1/6 scale, and I try to give the same effort as I expect other companies to make their 1/6 into. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful. I love that. I love the passion you have for this. Let me ask you this: so that means that you're not just doing known characters, you're also doing people's personal characters?
Yeah. So it really depends. Like, either there'll be something like complicated, like they'll be like let's just say if they're like, oh, hey, can you do Zac Efron from High School Musical? And I'm gonna be like, well, that's extremely hard, because it's probably very difficult to find a head that exists to make it, because I don't make the heads. I don't. I just paint them, and I glue the hair on and I make it come to life. So if that head doesn't exist anywhere, I can't perform that. And I try to inform the buyer whatever they're asking for that I don't already have on my Etsy. Like, hey, you're more than welcome to look around and you can let me know if there's something that you think will work well. Like someone asked me to do a Lara Croft, and I was talking to this customer and he decided to, go his way and look through what options there were.
Right.
So he reports back to me and he's like, hey, like, which one do you think will fit best? And even though there's no exact head for this character,
right,
I basically just try to use my artistic talents to kind of like contour it in a certain way so it looks different than what it actually is supposed to be. So one example I will say is, and I haven't really posted it yet, but for Noctis's head, I actually use his head for either Squall or I use it for DMC for Nero.
Right.
So
okay. I can see it. All right. Did we lose you?
I'm sorry?
There you go. Okay, no, I thought you stopped talking. I was like, because I'm on the other screen, so I can't see what's going on.
I just wasn't sure I was over talking.
Oh no, you're explaining everything, so it's great. And we have it's just giving us more questions. Oh, I know I asked you this, and I'm going to ask you all because I'm not sure if is everybody here Final Fantasy fan?
Yes.
Yes. No?
I'm not too familiar with it.
No,
okay.
Neither am I.
All right. Good. Because I was about to ask, what's your favorite Final Fantasy game? But I guess well, I know what you're going to say.
Original Nintendo.
See, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say mine is the original. It's the 6, which is 3 here from the Super NES.
That's also my favorite one. That was like my gateway into Final Fantasy.
Yep. I had played others before, but that one blew me away. And I know what you're going to say, Murray. You're going to say 7, right? Well, look, Blake is saying 7. Final Fantasy 7. I was that kid. I remember playing 7. I find it. I like the game, but I just find it overrated. So, Mystic, yours?
My favorite is 15, and
15.
I cannot say any more than 15 is my favorite. And I completely respect the fact that, it has its flaws. And unfortunately, the director of 15 unfortunately left. So the game wasn't necessarily entirely completed, but I enjoyed it as a whole. And I collected all the figures for it. I got the limited edition watch. There's only 15 of them in the world. And I collected the jewelry from the line as well. So that's my top game.
Wasn't 15 also supposed to be something like completely different before like the actual version came out?
Yeah. And like Noctis and them were supposed to be part of the Mafia instead, but then they completely changed it. But
yeah, I think there was like supposed to be 2 different storylines, or it was him and it was like some other woman or something doing something else.
Yep. Definitely. And then it turned into the K-pop game. Which I like either way, but it still looks like...
It was the Road Trip Bros game.
It was, and you get to roam around and, beat some monsters.
I love the car, so I can't say nothing.
I also, I gotta say, I love how they rendered the food, like, when they showed the pictures of the food recipes. Like,
yes.
even just, like, the basic toast looked so good. I was like, I suddenly want toast now.
I want to make that food in real life so bad. Like, I actually want to try to make something at 1/6.
Oh my God, you do fantastic work. Folks, you really got to hit her up, especially if you're looking for a toy that you haven't been able to figure out yet. If she can figure it out, then you might have it. Dude, I'm telling you, when we ran into you at Anime NYC, I was like, damn, that book bag looked fantastic.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That was a brilliant way to show yourself off, I gotta say.
That was definitely the intent, and I'm glad it attracted you guys, and I appreciate being part of this. So thank you.
A+ marketing.
Exactly. When I'm behind the scenes later, I'll go find it so I can show you guys. All right, guys. Tony, Dave, it's on you now. Who wants to start off? Who wants to explain what's going on?
I give it to my friend because we're alternating.
All right, go ahead, Tony. Give him the spiel.
My name is Tony Gregori. I'm a professional comic book artist. I've drawn for the Ninja Turtles, Rick and Morty. I've had a Dark Horse comic series. Had several creator-owned and crowdfunded series with my collaborator David Crispino here over almost 10 years now. We've probably had 6 or 7 successful Kickstarters, and right now live on Kickstarter we have Taft Sturgeon Holiday in the Stars, which is a 140-page sci-fi graphic novel that takes place in this universe that we created with our original book Taft Sturgeon, which came out in 2016. It originally ran in the back of an image comic called Shutter. We had a serial on the back, so we had like 5 or 7 pages of issue. Then we collected it in like 2016 and crowdfunded a 30 some page one shot. And now this is a continuation of the character. Taft Sturgeon is essentially a John Candy-esque character in space. He was an agent for a intergalactic child protective services agency where you go around the galaxy helping out kids all over the galaxy of all different alien races. And then by the end of the first issue, he decides to go out and work for himself, So he leaves the umbrella of like a steady employment to go freelance essentially and start his own private investigator company with his friend and partner Shanice, not a romantic partner, but business partner Shanice.
Right.
And Gino's the little kid there, little alien kid. They all kind of are a team together. They're a PI team. And in this story, it kind of picks up when they're in the middle of a case during the holidays, and they're trying to catch a low-level crook called the Peddler, who basically sells like elf on the shelf type characters or figurines. But once they go into the home, it's revealed that they're actually little aliens that wear these elf costumes, and then at night they'll like ransack the house and rob the house. So they're trying to catch this guy. But then the story unfolds when Taft is approached by a giant billionaire, I guess robotics tycoon named Heffensnorp, who's a giant walrus man, and he kind of has a proposal for Taft. And the story kind of evolves from there, where Taft eventually gets sucked through a black hole, ends up on the North Pole, and encounters Santa and Mrs. Claus and the elves, and has to go about saving not Christmas itself, because like Christmas is bigger than anyone else. It's just an idea that it will live forever, but it's more just the spirit of Christmas within himself, and his own like current standing. Like we pick up the story, he's kind of feeling down on himself, like he's had a string of bad luck and some cases haven't gone his way, and things are kind of looking like they're not going Taft's way, and he's kind of questioning himself and his motivations and what he's doing with himself and with his life. And this story kind of rejuvenates. Yeah, totally. That's all of us, right?
Yeah.
The human condition. And then the story kind of picks up from there. It's a classic. It is a classic holiday story where you have the earnestness and the charm and the heartwarming stuff. But there's also like cool aliens and AI bots and weird planets and creatures and fun fights and chases and all that sort of stuff. So think Uncle Buck Rogers in space.
Oh, okay.
Because I guess Buck Rogers is in space, so it's kind of like
Uncle Buck Rogers. Yeah.
Did I miss anything, Dave? Did I get it all?
I think you got it all. Yeah, you did it. Doing great. We're doing great.
Yeah. So we've got about 20 days left in the campaign. We're almost halfway to our goal. So if anyone's looking for a book for the holidays, it's kind of it is an all ages book. The first issue that we did back in 2016 might have an occasional S word, and there's like a little shot of his butt as he's taking a shower, but it's not like a salacious. It's more like a funny, tushy shot, but it is a book that's safe for children and also for adults who like things like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and Uncle Buck and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and Home Alone. If you're into that sort of thing, you'll probably like Taft. It's 140 pages. Fiction. Probably science fiction. I've drawn about 120 pages of it. It's going to be almost 140 when it's done. So we're almost to the finish line. So so all we got to do is fund it to print the sucker and get it in people's hands, and and that's where we're at. And then you'll see some of it on this page here. That's Ancient Noise. It's a book that David and I had done previously. It was a 5-issue series that we collected a couple of years ago in like 2018, 2019 into a trade as well that is available through the campaign here.
I always like when people do that because sometimes, you know, you might, you know, you find this and you're going, I want more stuff from these people, you know.
Yeah, we're
And I feel like you
including
kinda lose
that.
out when you don't do that.
Yeah, we're including all of our, like most of our library, digital and in print as add-ons. So you can grab their trade paperback. You can grab the first volume of Taft. You can grab some other stuff that he and I have done. The Adversary, which is like a sword and sorcery. Malediction of Maxwell Fitzsimmons, which is a coming of age Lovecraftian tale, and then Tony has commissions, and we also have pages from this book up for purchases as well as the cover.
Yep.
Blake's here saying Taft is John Candy but cooler. Yes, it's possible.
That's a good selling point.
Yeah, that's a great selling point.
Yeah, thanks, Blake.
Yeah. Have you ever wanted to see John Candy in a sci-fi movie besides Spaceballs? And you know, unfortunately, he was taken too soon. But
He was.
This is your chance right here to see him in a leading role, not as like a barf or side character. He's the main character in our story.
Yeah.
So
Let me just say, I give you guys so much credit because I've been working on a manga for like ever, but I keep getting lost in stuff. It's like amazing when you guys can actually finish a manga or a comic book and then post it. And it's just unbelievable, you know, especially when you have to sketch all of it and everything. So props to you guys for that.
Thanks.
Yeah, I've been drawing this over the course of the last year, and I've also been doing other projects in between. So it's a juggling act for sure. But when you know, all my job is to draw. So if I'm not working, then I'm not eating or paying my rent. So it's pretty.
It takes a lot of time. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. I gotta say, you know, she's right. It always amazes me when people can put this together, and you know, like we like to talk about on the show, it's a time period now where you can actually get this done because it was so much harder before.
That is true. You didn't have as much resources then. Now you can do anything, get anything.
Yeah, if you're willing to get the work done, you can put it out there and you can try to Kickstarter it.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
you know,
before. Oh, good.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say before, I feel like everyone's dream was like, oh, well, I gotta work for Marvel, I gotta work for DC, and now everyone's like, oh, I can just do my own thing. This is awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of both, right? I mean, I haven't worked for Marvel or DC, but I've worked for pretty much every other company. So it's like, it's nice to, you know, I've done stuff on licensed properties, and that's nice too because it's steady work, and that's always like gives you peace of mind. But it's almost like the whole thing of like, I'll do this to make sure, you know, I can pay my bills, but then I'm also going to do this other thing that like is that I love and that I own part of and I create with people I care about, and that works as well. But you know, it's hard. It's getting harder and harder, to be honest, about crowdfunding. It seems because it just seems like social media gets fragmented, and it's harder to like catch the algorithm and kind of get people's attention. But there's so much going on, you know, and between the world and the news and all the other things that are on your phone that are distracting, to get people to just be like, hey, we made a comic book. Do you want to check it out? And it's kind of like, it's almost magic that anyone even wants to read and comics anymore in the first place. So
it's so funny though, because even with Kickstarter, I think the big thing is, and it's funny because sometimes it, like you're saying, the algorithm doesn't allow you. All it needs to do is see the right people.
Right. Yeah.
The right people see it, they're going to put the money in it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, it feels like we've really been, past 10 years, really been relying on our friends and family to like help us get the word out. We go to conventions when we can, but you know, like Tony said, like he's drawing all the time. I have a day job, like, and you know, coming home and trying to write and be like the editor and project manager of these books. It's like, you know, you saw the team. There's like 6 or 7 people in this book, and like also it's like I try to pay page rates, so I'm trying to be fair to all the people who can collaborate with me and will collaborate with me, and you know, it's an undertaking. Like it can be very stressful, but yeah, like word of mouth is the best thing. It feels like if you are a trusted individual within your friend circle and your family circle, and like, you know, you can say a good word for a particular piece of media, like it seems like, yeah, the pendulum will swing that way and be pretty beneficial. So so that's why we like to come on things like this and meet new people and try to hawk our wares, but also like meet new friends.
See, you're hitting a great point right there, because a lot of people always go, "I don't have any money." I'm like, but you can help. You can really help, because what you do when you share, when you show this to other people, maybe you can't buy it, but those people you shared it with, somebody there might be interested in this.
So you could go to my website too. You could go to davidcrispino.com and you can get the first volume of Taft Sturgeon for free digitally.
Nice.
And you know, I've been running that since John Candy's birthday, which was Halloween, and I'll be running it all the way through the end of this campaign, which ends midnight or 12 a.m. on Christmas Day. But midnight.
That sounds like a good amount of time.
Yeah, so you have 20 days. And you know, if anybody wants to reach out, like we have the first 22 pages as an ash can. And you know, I always tell people if they're interested in reading the first 22 pages of Holiday in the Stars, they can always reach out to us and pick it up, and we'll send it to you digitally.
Send me the link in the private chat, and I'll link it up here onto the comment section.
Yes, I will. I'll do that right now.
Excellent.
I gotta say,
it's always nice when people give away like their first issue for free as sort of like a, hey, like, you know, the first hit is always free, right?
Indeed.
Come on, give me some more. Give me some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like you want people to get hooked on it, and like there's no excuse for them not to read it because you're giving it away for free. So they can't be like, oh, well, I don't have any money. Like, no, here, just read it. You'll like it. I promise you.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if they're it's like for something like this, it is a character, and we pick up the story after the, you know, sometime after the first issue is over. So, you know, to truly get the origins of the character, you know, you would need to read the first issue. But like David said, we're offering it for free, and you can get it through the campaign as well. But if you just wanted to read the graphic novel, you could, and you could fully enjoy it. But it's kind of like if you're watching a movie about Indiana Jones, and you just get dropped in the middle of the Indiana Jones story, you really don't know any of the previous adventures that he had, and it might come up in the story. So, you know, maybe check it out. It's really only 30-some pages, so it'll take you about 10 minutes to read, maybe at the most, 15 minutes.
Exactly. So wait, how did you guys decide to go from what you were doing to a Christmas story?
Well, we had David and I both love Christmas. We have the Yuletide spirit in our hearts.
This is
the
true.
The American Christmas. I've always, Christmas is big in my family. We're a very secular family. It wasn't really like a religious-based thing, which, hey, if it is for some people, it's stuck to that too. It's just how, I came up, and the way I observe Christmas. It's more like the feeling of Christmas and hanging out with friends and family and loved ones and eating and giving each other gifts, and the lights and the joy and the spirit of it is really what I love. And we wanted to tell a story with this character, Taft, that was an earnest, heartwarming story, and we felt Christmas is the perfect setting for that. So, and I think, you do realize that, like, it kind of puts you in it pigeonholes you in some people's minds, like, oh, this is just a holiday thing. So, like, if they're not into Christmas or the holidays, they're not going to even, like, check it out. But it is more than that. It is a science fiction story, and Christmas is just the setting of it. But that being said, you meet
when people get upset like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you meet Santa and Mrs. Claus. They show up, and he spends time in the North Pole. So if you want to get your Santa fix, we got you there. But yeah, it kind of felt like it felt right, and we wanted to do something like this for a while now, and I felt like
well, I'm not going to argue with you at all, because we love Christmas here as well. And speaking of which, right now we're working behind the scenes on a writing challenge, where we're going to remind people that Christmas isn't just all this holly jolly stuff. Sometimes it's this creepy, spooky stuff. Because people want to go take Christmas and forget that there's ghost stories in there, or forget that there's some kind of creepy factor to it.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to try to bring this back, and we're working on the challenge where we're going to have a couple people come in and tell us their ghost stories or their creepy Christmas stories. And if you guys want to participate in this, you're more than welcome to. You know, we'll put it all out there. We'll even read your stuff and put it out there. So if you guys want to play with us, let us know. You got 2 weeks because we'll be doing this until the beginning. Oh, I said it the last week before Christmas. Yeah. Because I think Christmas falls on a Monday. So yeah, that week right before Christmas. That'll be that Wednesday, which is the 22nd, I think it is. No, Wednesday, which is the 25th.
I don't even know what day it is, so don't even ask me.
Wednesday is the 20th. Christmas is the 25th. So that's a Monday.
There you go, the 20th. So Wednesday the 20th, we will be doing our Christmas stories. So if you guys have it by then, we will show it off. And if you guys want to do art instead of doing a Christmas story, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, snap. I like ghost stories. Christmas
Exactly.
stories.
That's my daughter saying that we might as well call it Winter's Eve. Okay,
Yeah,
Winterween.
that's good.
Winterween. There you go.
Winterween. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I like that.
Now, does your daughter still the whole Santa thing? Is that still a thing?
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be working on. So anybody can participate, whether you're drawing, whether you're writing, whatever creative way you want to showcase the spookiness of Christmas, and remind people that Christmas is not just all this holly jolly stuff. Nothing wrong with the holly jolly stuff. I feel like people need to be reminded, of certain ghosts or of certain creepiness.
Like Krampus.
Like Krampus, which is the story I did a couple of years ago.
OG Christmas Carol.
Because we've done this before, and my story was a Krampus story.
Nice.
And I'll read it to you guys on Wednesday. Yes,
Excellent.
Written. Makes sense.
Do you have a length in mind?
Oh yes, where do we submit our unholy goodness?
Well, to make it easier, you guys can send it to writtenwritralph@gmail.com. Okay. So that's my name, which you see right there.
Yeah.
writtenwritralph@gmail.com. You can send it there. And if you know me personally, you can send it on my message place. Whatever you can find me, send it, okay?
I'm going to show up at your doorstep with a creepy painting and just slip it under the door and leave.
Well, see, that'll create a great story because I'm already thinking of a great story. A creepy painting shows up at your house for Christmas. Look at that. So, folks, there you have it. Join with us. Have some Christmas fun. Let's get creepy.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we love to do these challenges here. I love, as a writer, I love being challenged by things. I know me and Russ actually did a thing a little while ago where I did some writing to his art, and we had a lot of fun with it. And we're working on something to see if we can get it published.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it was a good story too. If you guys want, I'll share that with you on Wednesday too.
Yes.
All right, so Wednesday, hopefully, we'll have a couple of people who have been working on this behind the scenes, and they might be able to share what they're doing.
Nice.
Yes, folks, Christmas is spooky.
Always.
Oh, man. I got to say, I've been having fun. We just came back from WinterCon, which was a blast. We had a lot of fun there at WinterCon. I don't know if you guys know WinterCon. WinterCon is the convention at the Resorts World New York City Casino here in Queens.
Oh yeah, I did see your post about that.
It was a great convention, a lot of fun. If you guys want, go to the Instagram page for Bitten Apple TV. You will see a lot of interviews and a lot of videos that I've put up there to show off WinterCon. It was a lot of fun. It was me and Tony. If you guys want, Tony put up his whole thing on the Bitten Apple Facebook page, and you can see what all the things that Tony went through as he was roaming through WinterCon and having fun. Put up a bunch of pictures, and of course, Tony's sense of humor is fantastic. So if you go read that thing up right now, you will see all the fun he had. Folks, are you guys going to hit up any conventions soon, or are you guys just trying to do what you're doing now?
It's pretty much done. Pretty much done for us until maybe Rose City, or not Rose City. What is it, Tony? Emerald City? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe in March.
I know a couple people going there.
Yeah.
Emerald City is super hard to get into, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We normally have like fall shows. Like he and I do like I do Baltimore Comic Con. Like we've done Rose City in Portland. I go to New York Comic Con because it's not that far away.
Yeah, I live in Missoula, Montana, so I'm like close to Portland and Seattle, but it's a real pain in the butt to fly out of. It's super expensive, so to fly to the East Coast is like, it's ungodly. So it's, so maybe, some point, maybe next year, it's got to be like one of those deals where I fly out and I spend like a chunk of time on the East Coast with David and other friends and family and do some shows. But, as is right now, I'm like in between gigs and waiting to hear about another gig and doing the Kickstarter.
We know that feeling.
Like, it's everything's in flux, and I don't know financially how like, in March it could be like, I'm great, let's go to the show, or it could be like, I'm going to save my money and stay home. And, so
that is the life of freelance.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like you wait. It's like I break even if I go there.
Closer to you.
What's that?
I said the good thing is you can actually hit closer stuff closer to you. Yeah, you don't have to.
The only show we have here in Missoula. Well, you live in New York, right? So you have all the shows around you. So it's like you can do a bunch of stuff.
It's gotten
for me. We have
different.
a show.
I was going to say it's gotten different now because now there's so many shows in so many places. There's a lot of smaller shows now that you can actually are probably pretty close to you.
Yeah. For Maryland, it's like we have Small Press Expo.
Yeah.
We have Ocean City Comic Con. We have Baltimore Comic Con. We have Awesome Con. And then, of course, like, you can go to Virginia for something. You can go to Pennsylvania for stuff. You go to New York City. I did Heroes Con for the first time this year, and that was interesting. I felt like I met a lot of really great people there. But we are going to go again next year. My friend Mike Riley and I, who also does comics. But yeah, conventions are tough because sometimes they're awesome and sometimes it's just you and a flea market table and questioning your life and your decisions and your choices.
That sounds like life. That sounds like life.
It's like, oh man, this is great, isn't it? How are you, neighbor?
We have one show here in Missoula called MizCon, and it's really like more of a fantasy show. Right. So it's like they have like fantasy authors and sci-fi authors, like novelists that come out. But for comics and stuff like what I do, it's really like they don't really care. So it's like it's hard for me to find a show out here to attend. It's pretty much Rose City or Emerald City.
Well, those are pretty big shows.
Like someone said, Emerald City is really difficult to get a table at. Like,
it is. But it's always
like
better to try than not try. Yeah. Back
in the day, it was easy to get a table. And it's crazy since the last time I've applied for a table, I've worked on like Ninja Turtles, Rick and Morty and stuff. And you think it would be easier, but it doesn't, because there's so many more people now trying to get these tables. It's like even harder because there's more people going for it. So it's like, you drew Ninja Turtles or Rick and Morty, but this person has like 60,000 followers on whatever, and they sell, so much of this or that. And
I definitely feel like a lot of conventions, when you submit an application, I feel like they search your Instagram to see if you do have a big following. And for people like me, I just am starting out, so I don't have a big following whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And I've been trying so hard to get into an artist alley. I still haven't gone in yet, but I applied for, New York Comic Con. I've applied for Anime NYC. I'm waiting for KatsuCon, but they haven't returned back to me. And I'm like, bro, there's not going to be enough time for me to set up because it's going to be a KatsuCon in a couple months.
Mm. It's got to be difficult.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to start out. And, it's definitely hard to be unique as well, you know?
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, people kind of they flock to what they know, they're familiar with, and so if you're providing something different or unique, it takes a while for them to wrap their head around it. And once they do, it's like, oh my God, you're the greatest thing ever, and they love you. But for that time, it's you question it. You're like, oh, am I doing that? Should I even be doing this? It's like, should I look like? I question it with my art still to this day. It's like, should my artwork look more like this person or that person? And then I have other people tell me, no, we love your art. Keep doing what you're doing. And it's like, yeah, but some editors don't. They're not feeling me like that, and so it's constant. It's a constant like imposter syndrome or questioning yourself until finally you just like you become Mike Mignola. Where Mike Mignola for years, everyone was like, we can't really see where his art fits in, and we put him on all these books, and it doesn't really work out. And he does Hellboy, and everyone's like, oh my God, he's the best artist ever. He's so unique.
Yeah, it's rough out there, and there are many artists that actually pay money to have like fake followers that aren't actually people. So it's like, people judging applicants on that. It kind of isn't fair. You should just judge people by their artwork and what they have, not necessarily that. So
yeah,
it's always nice when some places have like a lottery system, because at least you feel like you stand more of a chance.
Yeah, that's how Small Press Expo is. Yeah.
Blake is saying, I work for a Ringo nominated production company, and we got on a waiting list. We got put on a waiting list for a con in Kansas City. These cons are expecting too much from folks.
That is mind blowing.
That's why sometimes, and we like to say, that's why we hit the smaller cons here too, around New York, is because sometimes, hit the smaller cons, you got a better chance, and it gets new eyes on your stuff.
Can someone explain to me what a Ringo nominated is?
A Ringo nomination is an award for comic books and books in general.
Comics media and things like that.
Yeah.
It's after Mike Waringo, who was a comic book creator who had passed, I believe, over a decade ago or so.
Yeah.
But we host them in Baltimore Comic Con. We used to have the Harveys, but then I think New York Comic Con now has the Harveys.
If they do, they don't say much about it.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think. Living in New York for so long, I've never heard about New York Comic Con having the Harveys.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me check.
I've heard like Harveys passed around, but never knew it was an award.
Yeah. Ringo's, Harveys. There's the big award shows for the comic industry, or
Yeah. New York Comic Con has the Harvey Awards.
They don't say nothing about that stuff, man.
They really don't.
Did they?
At least so, with the Ringo Awards, they say a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, October 13th, 2023. Yeah.
Who
Harvey
won
Kurtzman.
this year?
A bunch of people. There's Book of the Year, Digital Book of the Year, Best Children or Young Adult Book. Yeah, there's numerous categories.
Yeah.
And our panelist right here didn't hear anything about this?
Who? You?
You're the only one who was on a panel.
The Ringo Awards? Oh, you mean the Harvey Awards?
Which ones are you asking for? Harvey or Ringo?
Yeah.
Ralph was on a panel for an independent comic book at New York Comic Con this year.
Yeah. And I'll say it again. I still haven't heard anything about Harvey and New York Comic Con.
Also, I feel like in general, like no one on Twitter is like, oh, I was nominated for a Harvey. Everyone's like, oh, I was nominated for a Ringo, or like nominated for an Eisner. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
News to me.
Hear about it either. Yeah, I had no idea where the Harveys were either. So
see, because Ringo, I know exactly where it's held and what they're doing, and it's funny because I figure you would know where the Harveys are.
Yeah, it's like at this point, if you hear someone who's like, "Oh yeah, I got a Harvey," you're like, "Bro, are you okay? Do you need to like see a doctor? Like, what is that?"
That's funny.
Reflected with a Harvey. Yeah.
But Mystic, have you tried with Castle Point?
Castle Point, I have not tried yet.
They're in April, so you might be able to get into with them.
Oh, but you know what? I'm applying for SakuraCon in Seattle, Washington, and that's a first come first serve. So I'm going to try to shoot with that, and it's probably going to happen too close an amount of time.
Yeah.
So it really just depends how much work I get done. So if I don't end up going to that convention, I'm going to definitely apply for that. But
well, at least I let you know ahead of time.
yes, yeah.
I hate when they tell you like at the last minute.
Exactly.
Okay, you're gonna go.
It's like give me time to prepare.
They're just expecting you to like sit around and wait to hear from them, like you don't got other things to do.
Yeah. Some conventions do that. I won't name names.
Rude.
Just cut this to their little game.
Yep.
Murray, you might also want to try Garden State Comic Fest. They're pretty good.
Where's that at?
Garden State Comic Fest. It's in
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, Garden State has 2 shows. I don't think you can get into the one in January, but you should be able to get into the one in June, which is at the. Oh man, it's at.
It's usually outdoors, right? Or did they change it?
Well, they used to have one outdoors. That was at Great Adventures.
That sounded like fun. I always wanted to try that one.
Yeah, that one they had for a while, but I don't think they're doing the Great Adventures one anymore.
Oh
no.
It's like hold my table. I gotta go and like ride a roller coaster, and I'll come back.
That'd be so mean.
That would be fun.
Blake is saying he doesn't hear about the Harveys anymore either. He also
he said he never hears Harvey talk anymore, so he clearly knows someone named Harvey who's going through something.
He also asked, "What's everyone's favorite con to go to?" Good question.
I mean, I think
Heroes. BlurredCon.
Oh yeah, BlurredCon. I've heard good things about BlurredCon.
BlurredCon was a lot of fun. Like I feel like at BlurredCon, like my original stuff was appreciated the most out of like any con I've done because it was like people who were looking for like more unique stuff with like dark skinned characters and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know a few people who go to that, and they always love it.
And no one was racist towards me, which is great because, like, if I had a nickel for every time someone was racist to me at a con, I'd be able to make table.
What a shame!
Holy crap, that's a lot.
I laughed to stop myself from going insane.
All right, so Tony, what's your favorite con?
Well, let's see. For a while there in like the late 2000s, like 2007 to like 2011, I did San Diego Comic-Con every year, and that was fun, but that was before it became, I mean, it was big back then, but now I guess it's like, I haven't been back since. Now it's even bigger, so I can't imagine. It's probably a miserable experience, but back then it was a lot of fun. And I lived in San Diego, so it was really convenient. And then recently, like, I always loved Emerald City because I just love Seattle. I feel like the convention center is right there in middle downtown. So like if you want to hang out with your friends, if you want to go get something to eat, if you want to go to an event or something or a party, it's right there. If you're staying downtown, it's just really convenient. It's kind of like you just wake up, you head out and do the show, and then you do the con, and then you go on your nightly adventure to network or hang out. And I always felt like it's a lot of fun. And then you just kind of stay for a day after the show and just kind of enjoy Seattle and do all the tourist stuff. And then, you know, I love food, so I just love going to all the restaurants. I love all the getting the noodles and the sushi.
See, that's always the dream, though. San Diego Comic-Con, everybody always wants to get there at least once. But I've heard a lot of good things about Seattle. So, and I know that Kadma spends a lot of time out there. So, yeah, it's also one of the ones on our bucket list to get to.
Nice.
Yeah, the last couple times I went, I feel like it was still more comic centric, you know, because a lot of these shows it becomes pop culture stuff, which it's cool and all, but like as an independent comic artist, it's kind of like is anyone going to pay attention or care that I'm even here, you know? And if you go to a more comic based show, it's like you have comic readers and fans who are there for the creators, and that's more of my cup of tea. So.
And Dave, what's your favorite?
I think it is Heroes Con. I don't know. It wasn't very good for sales, but it was great for, like, I guess you would call it networking, but I called it friend making. I made a lot of like new friends and a lot of really good conversations. I ate really well. Basically, any convention that I can go to that I can really eat well, I'm super pumped about. New York,
like
New York
That
Comic Con
sounds
is
like a
usually
great time.
yeah. New York Comic Con is usually pretty good. This year, I didn't really eat the way that I wanted to eat, so that dropped down.
Aw. So you didn't pay $18 for a hot dog in the cafeteria?
Let me tell you something. Last year I went to a chop house with my friend Khalil, and we ate like kings. It was wonderful. I got this huge, like, I don't know, piece of mutton and mashed potatoes, and we just got this whole spread. It was a beautiful thing. This year was good eats, but it wasn't as extravagant as I'd like it to be.
We feel you. We feel you.
I figure when I go to conventions, I want to sit with friends and like just eat. I had a great chicken pot pie, so I lied. Fantastic chicken pot pie at New York Comic Con this year. I can tell you if you want to go. if you want to hold on a second, I can tell you.
Sure. Was it from the basement booth, or was it from the food booths on the side?
Probably. Son of Sense says you can definitely make a lifetime of friends at cons.
Yes.
He also says $18 for a hot dog at New York City Comic Con. Wow, you got a discount.
Well, that's without the drink.
Yeah, New York is so
without the small fountain soda.
Oh, Ralph, you remember those little cones that me and Lou got at New York Comic Con?
Okay, how much were those?
Take a guess. By the way, this is like a cone just with French fries and one has meat.
$20.
Just about, yeah.
So where I had amazing chicken pot pie was the Smith, and I think it's like
I know
the Smith.
Okay.
And it's the Nomad. I guess it's like the Nomad branch. I think there's like 2 or 3 in NYC.
I gotta look into that. I love me some chicken pot pie.
The Smith is fantastic.
I should have just stuck with the okonomiyaki there, because that's
and I
$10
guess,
bucks.
Have you guys? I guess you've gone to the what is it? The Hudson Mall now. There's like the Hudson. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful
Hudson
mall.
Yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. They had Fuku.
Oh yeah.
What's David Chang's restaurant, right?
Mhm.
I think it's and
I know
that's
the one
there,
you're
and
talking
that
about. Third floor.
That chicken sandwich is dope.
Yeah.
And then in the basement, there's like fantastic, like Central American food and like holy
Hudson Yards turned into some place you want to go to, especially during the holidays. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean during the holidays? Anytime.
Well, yeah,
anytime, yeah, but definitely during the holidays.
Especially during the holidays.
They're all lit up.
And then I'll find out where I ate when I got that spread.
So, Mystic, what's your favorite con?
I can only say an experience of just cosplaying at a convention, but I don't know if any of you guys have been to Anime Next in its old location in Somerset, New Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When it was there, that was like my best memories being there. And it was humongous. And there was like it was like separated in like 2 buildings, but you can like walk across like a little pathway to go to both sides.
And the pathway was really nice.
Yeah.
It was, and it was a perfect place to take pictures and everything. And that was where I met the most amazing people that came from like New York, and we all like stopped at an Airbnb to stay over. I had a lot of wonderful memories there. I have no clue what Anime Next, the new location, is now. I've never been to it.
It's Atlantic City, and it's horrible.
Didn't they move from Atlantic City?
How horrible! I would like to know.
I think
it's still there.
It is? I thought they planned on moving somewhere else.
In quotations.
There's a rumor.
Yeah.
There's a rumor.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I never bothered with the Atlantic City one either, but the Somerset one, like, I made so many friends there. Like, it was so nice. I also, like, people who bought stuff from me back then, like, still remember me and, like, still follow me, and that's pretty cool.
Neat.
That's nice.
Son of Saint is saying the Smith is a good place to eat in the city. He says him and his wife eat there often.
Oh, interesting.
That's our pal, son of Saint.
Well, now
there,
I have
great
to go.
artist, amazing guy. Go check him out.
Commission him to make you a lewd piece.
Well, you can commission him to
Oh,
make
is that
you a
what he's
hero.
doing nowadays?
No, he's mostly doing the commission to make you a hero. He does them especially for Christmas.
He
If
should
you want
do
to be your
off girl.
favorite superhero, you can be your favorite superhero.
Off girl.
Oh, Off Girl is a fantastic book. Go check it out. A superhero who uses orgasms.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sex girls. Kind of.
Of course, J-Pan, we did see your Does Kingdom Heart count? And I say Kingdom Hearts does count because it's all part of that Final Fantasy universe.
That was so long ago, Ralph.
Well, I want to make sure that I get back to it because I wanted to make sure that I told her it counts.
I had a full meal since that was posted.
Hey, at least you know I see these things.
You're doing great.
Oh man! All right, folks. So I see we're at the hour mark.
Thanks. I almost spit out my coffee.
Russ, you start off. Tell the people who you are again, and tell them all about your stuff. Go for it.
I'm Russ. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Game of Tunes. I do a bunch of illustrations, magnets, pins, stickers. Also, if you like cute little animals, I have paw pins, which is at paw pins pins.
Love the paw pins.
Basically.
I love the paw pins.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. So the little cute little animals. We sell little pins and we donate to animal charities.
That's how you want to do it. You want to buy something that helps out at the same time. And of course, don't forget the Bloop battles are happening right now. Go vote for your favorites. Help them win. And then these things will become these beautiful magnets.
Always vote for Skeletor when you get the chance.
That's a weird way of saying Denji, but okay.
No, Overlord of Evil all the way.
I'm still hearing Chainsaw Man. What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
You know what? You gotta go and like see a doctor or something. I don't know. It sounds like you got yourself a Harvey.
Makima is right behind me, so I'm fine.
All right, Mystic, go for it.
All right, so I am Sana, and I own Mermistic Arts. I make custom 1/6-figure heads, so that way you don't have to make one yourself. And I do other things such as digital art, and I do some sewing. I've been starting to make some hats as well. I try to make myself very have multiple products for anyone's liking, so I'm still in the process of making more.
Folks, you got to check this stuff out. I saw it in person. I still got to find that in the video where I have the whole thing that she showcased, the beautiful see-through book bag with her stuff in it. It was just great. All right, let's see what we got here. Taft time. Go for it. Which one wants to go?
You want me to go? I'll go. I'll go.
Yeah.
Head over to Kickstarter. You can check our Taft Sturgeon Holiday in the Stars. It's about a conniving robotics tycoon trying to replace a beloved detective with AI-powered robots, and he ends up sending Taft Sturgeon, who is that beloved detective, through a black hole where he goes on a Christmas journey and meets the Clauses. You can go to davidcrispino.com and you can grab the first volume of Taft Sturgeon if you want a little preview of this character. It's sort of a John Candy inspired in space story that Tony and I have been doing for over a year. And Keen's Chop House is where I ate, which was delicious.
Oh, he
King's
found it.
Chop House, where you feed like
I
a
remember
king.
the chop house.
It was marvelous. Yeah. So please, we've got 20 days left. We're almost halfway there. We'd really like to see this funded by Christmas for sure. If we get more, we'd like to make this book better. Hardcover, talking about that gold inlay around, make it a holiday tome.
Holiday. We love the holidays, folks. Come on. You know we love the holidays because we're about to do that.
We also love hardcovers with like gold inlays.
Yes.
We love the fancy stuff.
Little ribbons.
Kings, oh, with the pipes on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Kings with the pipe on the wall.
That's true.
And of course, he said also, "Hey, it's Joe Dave. Joe Dove. Yeah, Dave. I got to call Dave."
Dave's not here, man.
No, Dave is not here, but I got to call. Now that I said his name, I'm like, so that means I should go talk to the person.
Hashire sori o kaze no yomi
Are you singing Christmas songs in Japanese?
umi no hana wo padoru padoru.
Oh my God. You gotta love that. Let's see what else we got up here. Oh yes. Our pals over at Bad Ink have their Kickstarter going. It is interdimensional. They are doing pretty well. They have funded. There it goes.
Oh, look at that.
744.
Let them know.
254 backers. 8 days to go, folks. Go help them out. Interdimensional is on issue 3. They do fantastic work. And if you want to know a little bit about the industry, go check out the videos by Bad Ink. They talk about inking and writing and all that good stuff. He's on TikTok and Instagram, so go check them out. That's Bad Ink Studios.
J-Pan, don't be scared. Come back to us. We miss you. The quartz calls your name.
There you have
look
it.
at that. I love seeing the numbers go up as soon as you load it.
Well, it's fantastic, right? Dirk Manning has his Hope Volume 2 book going right now. You only have 3 days to get this. He's doing pretty well. He's at 12,865. He funded already 267 backers. Go check it out. Hope is a different type of superhero book, and you're going to want to check this out. And I think that's everybody. Mr. Nat, do you got something?
No, because those are the only Kickstarters currently at. Wait, didn't Phil Russert have one?
I think his finished.
The horror
No,
one?
Grandpa.
Oh, that one, the coming soon one. Okay, hold on. Talk amongst yourselves where I find this.
So, favorite sandwich, everyone? Come on.
That's a good question. We've asked it before.
I get a lot of club sandwiches. I'm a landscaper in the day, and so there's something about a club sandwich. All that bread, all that meat, all those veggies. But I do like a good Reuben, or a good Cuban. I think those are really good as well. I like sandwiches. My friend once said that life is just the stuff in between sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
From one sandwich
That's
to
very
the
profound.
next.
Very deep, very insightful.
Yeah, you're just living from one sandwich to the next.
Anyone else?
I will say my favorite sandwich comes from a place here in town called Doc's in downtown Missoula, and they have one of the best chickens. I'm not a big wrap guy, but they have a chicken Caesar wrap that is actually phenomenal.
Interesting.
For the price and the amount of meat and lettuce and whatnot that you get in the sandwich is it's like the most affordable sandwich in town. So that's the one I'm currently enjoying.
Nice.
At the moment. Doc's Sandwich Shop, downtown Missoula. If you're ever in Missoula and you need somewhere to go for lunch, go to Doc's. I'm not a paid sponsor, just love it.
So while I'm doing this behind the scenes, unless you guys can continue with the sandwiches, Sorcy here can do her thing that I was gonna have her do in a minute. She can do it now. Go.
No, she could tell us about her favorite sandwich.
Oh, look at this.
I'm not particularly a sandwich person, but I am a fan of a good grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Ooh, classic.
Absolutely.
Especially as it gets colder, I just crave that grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a grilled cheese and tomato soup in exchange for a copy of this beautiful book that you have here?
I would accept that.
That's a good trade. Okay.
Then let's tell the folks about what exactly this thing we're trading at grilled cheese and tomato soups for.
Okay. Well, currently, I shouldn't say currently, but in mid-January, I will be launching issue number 7 of my comic, Sacrimony, A Tale of Love, Life, and Death, in no particular order. It's about a teenage girl who died, but then she got better. And the catch is that she now has magical powers and demon wings that she has to hide from society. Yeah, I do all of the art and the writing and the editing and the marketing and the shipping and stuff by myself. I don't know how I'm still alive, but I'm here.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah.
So
That's
Sierra, tell them what you can't even afford yourself. Come on.
Yeah, I don't even get like a good page rate for my own comic. It's so sad. So, I'm working on it. So yeah, I mean, it would be nice to like get more people in on it, get more people like interested in the story, and just like get to a place where I can sustainably make this.
Do any of
It's
them
very
have
pretty.
grilled cheese sandwiches in the book?
I can arrange something. I think
Let's
like
go.
just have a scene where there's like a really nice looking grilled cheese in the background.
Perfect. That
Days
nice
young.
little anime moment. Just good looking food.
Yes, I do love me some good looking food in anime.
I do love the intricacy of your artwork, and I'm a big fan of like semi-realism, and I apply to my work as well, so it's absolutely beautiful.
Thanks. I'm doing a color test for it right now, actually, because I'm doing the colors traditionally. So, like, there we go.
Oh, is that going to be a cover?
Yeah, it's going to be a variant cover. I'm also inking the pages traditionally and coloring them traditionally because I'm so sick of doing digital, and like it's just like I feel dead inside when I do digital now. So I'm like, I'm gonna just switch over to the thing that I actually like and do better.
You go, girl. You go.
So Sierra, show it off again because my computer decided not to let you show it.
Yeah,
off.
I didn't see it.
There you
Oh,
go.
heck yeah. Yeah, now we're talking.
It's great.
There we
Beautiful.
go.
Beautiful.
I don't know how to turn this. What angle am I? What am I doing? There we go.
There you go.
My screen is mirrored, so.
I'm in.
Don't worry, the computer will be back next week.
Excellent. And yeah, I have issue 6 handy. And yeah, if you just want to see some of like the interiors.
Whoa.
Let me find like the good stuff.
Screenshot and read the story, folks.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't give a shit. Like you're not even getting the full picture, but yeah.
Break the rules.
Oh, it's so vibrant and loving it.
Yeah, people keep talking about like my use of color, which I'm quite proud of because I do like using color and light to like emphasize certain environments and moods and stuff, and I'm glad that like people notice that.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Of course, what we like to say here when it comes to sign up to get notified. Sign up to get notified, folks, because it helps.
What are we at now? I can't see on my phone. Oh, we had 80. Yay!
Yep,
You're
you
welcome.
are.
My goal is 150. The most I've ever gotten was like 127. So
Very
let's see
good.
that.
Nice.
So she's at 80. Help her get to that 127. Come on, and maybe more. Come on.
Yeah, I have a stretch goal in mind. If we hit 150, that I'll talk about once we hit 125. So let's keep the
would
count
that
going
be a
up so we can talk about
Flooshmallow
it.
cover?
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be fun. I wish I could afford to pay Flooshmallow. I wish I could afford to pay people to do variants. I think that would be so cool.
You could give her a good sandwich and she will be happy. I can guarantee.
I think we're gonna stop paying each other in sandwiches.
Sandwiches are the new currency. Money is obsolete.
Have you guys seen the video where like the guy explains the math behind whether you should go for the meal or the broad? And he goes, how much meat are you putting on the meal? Okay, let's crank the numbers. Each slice currently goes for about $1.75, and we got about at least $25 of sandwiches right there. So let's be honest. Is it worth your time? I don't know about you, but I'm a meats guy, and I'd say, forget the broad. Let's go for the sandwich because that is worth more.
I can't argue there.
I'll send it to you.
Speaking of Phil Russert, here it is, popular graphic novel. He is doing this project for his father, who has stage 4 cancer. He's trying to get this book in his hand before, as soon as possible. And Phil is there at the sign up to get notified stage. So go sign up to get notified. Let this beautiful piece happen. And I'm telling you, folks, you're not going to be expecting this book and where it goes. And that book is Papa, and Phil Russert is the writer. I think that's everything, folks. And we are at the 15 mark, so that's good.
Oh, perfect.
So anything else anybody wants to say? Any last words before we go?
Bunny rabbit.
I had a great time, and I liked your opening theme. That was nice.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Right now, we're actually working on a new one, and we'll see what happens when that comes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But we do appreciate the fact that you do like it. That our Leslie, who is one of our people who's been busy for a while and has been on the show, she actually created that one, the first one. So
okay, yeah, it's nice.
Much appreciated. So if that's everything, then I'll press this button and